Good morning everyone, this is Easy Peasy here with another summer hair look. I've brushed out my naturally curly hair so it's totally tangle free. And this is the culprit that keeps making the camera shake all over the place. Okay. Today we're going to do a look that is one cornrow braid here and two regular English braids here and one braid in the back. Now the key to this look is to start, let's see, I'm going to make two parts right at the crown of my head. Okay, and the key is to start your braid right at the hairline. Otherwise you're not going to be able to see the braid from the front. So I'm going to take, okay, he's settled down now. I'm going to take a little section in the front and divide that into three. Okay, and I'm doing a Dutch braid. Which means that you're crossing the outer pieces under the center piece. That's what makes the braid pop up. Okay, so we're Dutch braiding. We're going to do this to about an inch above the middle of the back of my head. Okay, I think I'm going to take one more piece on this side. Now I'm just going to finish braiding the strands. Okay, so I'm just going to finish braiding this all the way down and I'll be back with you in a moment. Okay, so I've braided all the way down. I'm just going to lay that toward the back of my head, and now I'm going to take a section from here, give it a little comb through, off from under my glasses, and now I'm just going to English braid this toward the back of my head. But again, you want to start right at the front. So I may actually wind up French braiding this a little bit. But I'm not going to Dutch braid it. I'm just going to regular braid. Get a couple started. And then I think I am going to French braid the rest of this in. Crawly hair this morning. Okay, so over. Okay, and I'm going to braid this all the way down. So kind of try to braid it toward the back of your head so that it lies flat. And you can secure these braids at the end with a little elastic if you want. My hair has enough texture that it will hold a braid for a little while without having to secure it. But if you have really slick hair, you probably will have to tie it off. Okay, so I've gotten to the end, and I'm just going to give mine a twirl to intertwine all those hairs, and then it holds it. Okay, so you can kind of see the look we're going for. I'm going to do the other side, and then I'm going to show you how I finish it off. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got all 3 of my braids done, and in the back with the leftover hair, I've divided that into 3 parts. And each one of these braids is going to be included in one of those strands. And now we're just going to English braid it, and I'm going to try and keep the braid on the outside. And chins come in really handy for this. Okay, so here's my braid. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of lay that along the outside. And I'm just going to braid it down. And this is a really great hairdo if you're going swimming, or a little loose right there. I'll have to pin that. I'll just skirt it up. Or you're bike riding, or just hanging out at the playground with your kids. Now when you flip it over your shoulder to finish braiding, you're going to want to pass the strands in the opposite direction than you have been, because it's a mirror image effect. It's actually the same way, but when you're doing it over your shoulder, it becomes backwards. So that's the way I think of it, because I used to have trouble getting the braid right when I would flip it over my shoulder to braid. But then I got a tip about how it's really just a mirror image, so you want to start going in the opposite direction. Okay, now I'm just going to tie that off. Okay, and I'll show you this braid. You can see how complex it looks because we have those 3 smaller braids in there, and then you just toss it over your shoulder, and you've got interest at your hairline. Instead of it just being slicked back, you've got some interest at the hairline. And if you find that your braids are a little loose on the sides, you can just bobby pin those up. But I think I'm going to leave mine because you can really see the texture coming out. Okay, I'll be right back with my eye look for the day. Bye!